Welcome everyone to another episode of Smash Spec, the show where I spotlight a character and speculate on how they could work as a future fighter in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Smash Bros. Is a series that started as a Nintendo fighting/party game, but has since grown into a sort of Hall of Fame for video game characters and franchises. So with this episode, we are going to spotlight another legend of the industry who has roots in the retro golden age of gaming, but is still just as popular and relevant today as he was back then. One of the first and most iconic names in the first-person shooter genre, who is truly an icon more than worthy of joining Smash. In the first age, in the first battle, when the shadows first lengthened, one stood, burned by the embers of Armageddon. He scoured the burning plains and laid waste to all who opposed him. For he is the Doom Slayer. Originally referred to as simply DoomGuy, the Doom Slayer started out in the original Doom as a nameless space marine, but has since become so much more. He is not just a man, he is a force of nature, hell-bent, pun intended, on ripping and tearing through every demon he can find. And with the upcoming release of Doom Eternal for the Switch, PS4, Xbox One, and PC, it would be all too fitting to add him to better hype up the game. So brace yourselves for hellfire, folks, as we enter these doomed lands and see the smash potential of the Doom Slayer. The DoomGuy, or the Doom Slayer, whatever you want to call him, has had a relatively simplistic appearance throughout his history. He typically wears a helmet covering his face and his green mega armor. While some of the finer details vary from game to game, it has remained largely the same. For Smash, I think it would be best to focus on his new design from Doom Eternal. Not only does it look cool, but it also lends itself to better moves for a fighting game given his new shoulder cannon and retractable Doom Blade. And he would also be able to have an alternate costume based on his classic look from the original Doom. So that being said, we have some good options for his alternate colors as well. For his default or modern look, they could give him a white/gray color scheme to reference either Dr. Samuel Hayden or Olivia Pierce from Doom 2016. I also feel they should have one alt be pink to reference the Pinky Demon, which has been a staple of the series since the original game. And for his final alt for the modern design, it could be a brown armor, which could be referenced to either the Cyber Demon or the Imps. And for the alts for his classic armor, id Software was kind enough to design these color options for us, with the multiplayer skins for the Slayers Club in Doom Eternal. In addition to the green outfit, they've also designed a dark blue, yellow, and red armor set for the Doom Slayer's classic look, representing the different color keys and skulls you can find to access different areas. And as much as I'd like to speculate on an Echo Fighter for the Doom Slayer, there just really isn't anything to work with, since he is really the only playable character in the series. So we will instead go ahead and move into the Moveset section of this video. The Doom Slayer has wielded numerous weapons across many games. From the standard pistol, the super shotgun, the plasma gun, and even the legendary chainsaw. While the whole no-gun rule for Smash has been broken several times, it usually involves some type of laser or magic guns like Bayonetta. However, if we focus on his newer outings, more specifically Doom Eternal, we can actually build a solid moveset without relying too much on actual guns. As such, all of the Doomslayer's Smash attacks I think should take inspiration from his various glory kills from Doom 2016. Obviously removing any gore from them, but taking various punches, kicks, and smashes he deals out to his enemies. However, I feel for his grab attack, they should use the meat hook attached to the super shotgun in Doom Eternal, allowing him to grab enemies and pull them close or grab ledges for quick recovery. His special moves would be a little more interesting, however. For the Doomslayer's neutral special, I think they could work in the power-ups featured in Doom. Either activating a random power-up or bringing up a wheel to select a power-up like Shulk's neutral special. They could have the Berserker power-up, which would boost the strength of Doomslayer's smash attacks for a short time. The quad damage could do the same thing but for his special attacks. We'll get to the rest of those in a minute. Haste would give him a massive speed boost but make him much easier to launch. And finally we have the invincibility power-up, which would make him slower and harder to launch, but not make him immune to damage. For his side special, he could use a dashing attack striking with his new Doom Blade, both introduced in Doom Eternal. His down special could utilize the shoulder cannon from Doom Eternal, shooting out an exploding projectile or a flamethrower. And for his up special recovery move, he could summon a jump pad, seen several times in Doom 2016, to launch himself up high into the air. And now we of course have his final smash. While I had to think about the rest of his moveset, I knew well before I started to make this video that his final smash had to be the BFG 9000. While its official title is the Bio-Force Gun, everyone knows its true name is the Big Fucking Gun. A long staple of the Doom series, the BFG is an enormous weapon, used to fire off an extremely powerful blast of plasma. In Doom 2016, it can easily be broken out to clear out an entire room of enemies. And that covers all of the Doomslayer's moves for Smash. Now we can move on to the last segment of this video, the stage he would naturally bring with him. Doom has had several great locations in its history, dating all the way back to the original games and to the modern games. To the original games set on Phobos, to the varied UAC facilities in Doom 2016, or any of the great looking new locations in Doom Eternal. And while I do think that they would most likely pick a location for Doom Eternal, since that game isn't out yet, it's really hard for me to speculate on that. So my best choice would have to be the Argent Tower from Doom 2016. In Doom 2016, the Argent Tower was used to open a portal to Hell. Setting the stage here could see players fighting in front of the portal, and have this stage kind of act like the Castle Siege stage, with the portal occasionally warping the fighters to Hell, be it in the Necropolis or the Titan's Realm. They would naturally have to clean them up a little for a less mature audience, but that shouldn't be too difficult. So there we have it, folks. That is how I think the Doomslayer could work if he ever gets added to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I really do feel like the Doomslayer is going to be added into Smash Ultimate as DLC.
Who are you? You can't be here!
Be it as the last Fighter Pass character, or as one of the characters being developed after the Fighter Pass. He has been rumored almost since the game was released. And there was a recent leak of some Mii Fighter costumes featuring a Cacodemon mask, which I know could still have been faked, but it does look real to me. What do you all think of the Doomslayer showing up in Smash Bros? Do you think he will, or is it just a stupid rumor? What moves and stages would you have picked for him if you had to choose? If you all enjoyed this spotlight of the Doomslayer, be sure to drop a like, share this video with your friends, and comment down below to let me know what you think. It really helps my channel grow. Thanks for watching everyone, and I will see you next time.